There's no wait a minute, slow down, stop saying allegation. This is a no contest plea. And I realize, I'm just saying, I realized the plea was to disorderly conduct, but I relied on the police report and all the police reports brought with this. You function these guys. I'm going to go ahead and place you on probation for 12 months. Daniel Curtis Giles, 25T6460538. Do I have any of the victims here? I want to make sure that I don't have any of the victims here, and that includes Nicholas Cady. Is Nicholas Cady here? And if he is or isn't, is Benjamin Forrest here? Benjamin Forrest, Nicholas Cady. Mr. Gamber, good morning, your appearance.
Good morning, Your Honor. Tim Gamber, on behalf of Mr. Giles, is also president. Go ahead and state your name.
Daniel Giles.
Give me 1 second here. All right, so the defendant had previously pled disorderly conduct, to disorderly conduct,
One count, I think, but
and then the other two were dismissed. So I have the A file. The victims were notified. Again, are either one of those people on Zoom? Heather?
No, Judge.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and proceed. If you had a chance to review the report with your client, and are there any material additions, corrections, or deletions?
yes, Your Honor, we have a couple. We did have a chance to review it this morning. Under the current doctor of care, he is seeing Dr. Mackney, which is MAKHMI, and that's for his knee. Under the health section, it indicated good. He is still rehabbing a torn ACL. Shall I continue?
You don't need to talk about his medical.
I'm just talking about like accuracy, Judge.
Okay, good enough, good enough. Whatever you want. I mean, I'll
Yeah, I
modify.
just like to make the record clear.
That's fine. I'll modify the report in that aspect.
The third thing, his employment status indicated that he hadn't worked since August 1st, and that should read October 1st, which is the date of the alleged incident. A fourth issue that we had, Judge, was that the probation department had recommended a site evaluation or basically, to be evaluated, and attend a mental health treatment as recommended by a approved agency. Your Honor, this is how we got here. He went into the hospital. He was anxious. He had some issues. He wanted to have it addressed. Came out of a psych hookup a week later with a torn ACL. So that's how we got here. In my
Say that again.
he went to the hospital.
I know. And that's where he told him he had suicidal ideations, right?
Well,
And then he attacked the two.
that's the allegations that are that.
Well, wait a
that's the
second.
allegations that are
Be
made.
careful with me because your client pled, you keep saying alleged. There's no alleged anymore. He pled no contest to disorderly conduct. I relied on the police report to establish a factual basis. It said he went over to Corwell. They were going to treat him. And he had suicidal ideations and started punching a couple of the attendants, the nurses, right?
That was the allegation.
Well, there's no allegation. Wait a minute, slow down. Stop saying allegation. This is a no contest plea.
That's accurately reflected on the.
Okay, so you allowed, you said you stipulate, when you do a no contest plea, you stipulated to the use by the court of the police report. And that's what the police report says. I mean,
Okay,
if he's, well, I'm just telling you, if you're gonna continue to say allegations, maybe he shouldn't have pled to anything if he's denying any of this. I'm only pointing out why they recommended that.
Perhaps, I'll move along on that one.
Okay, go ahead.
And then just as far as the fines, Your Honor, I'd ask the clerk to take into consideration the fact that he has not worked and has not been able to since October 1st. And that's all the corrections or additions that we have on the pre-sentence investigation as well.
All right, anything else?
nothing at this time.
Sir, is there anything you'd like to say? I mean, your conduct was out of hand here. It was out of hand. And the prosecutor was very generous, and that's their business, and I'm not gonna get involved in it, but you start assaulting people, and I realize, I'm just saying, I realized the plea was to disorderly conduct, but I relied on the police report, and all the police reports brought with is you punching these guys and you telling them you had suicidal ideation. So I'm gonna go ahead and place you on probation for 12 months. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court. You cannot violate any law or ordinance. If you change your address, your place of employment, or home telephone number, you must notify probation. You have to report as directed. You're to undergo a psychological evaluation and treatment if recommended. You're not to have any contact with the victims, Nicholas Cady and or Benjamin Forrest. You're to pay fines in the amount of $200, costs in the amount of $150. $75 victims' rights fee, $50 justice assessment. So fines and costs are $475. Screening fees $60 for $535. Probation fees are $240 for $775. So again, no contact with the victims. Psychological evaluation and treatment if recommended. I'm going to order 5 days jail credit, 1 serve 4, and I'll let you serve those as follows. You're going to serve, and I realize you have this issue going on with your feet or with your ACL. 3 days court work program, 1 day community service, $105 in court work program fees. And I'll make sure that defendant not to be scheduled for court work program. Not to be scheduled for court work program until at least August. And if you have a problem that prohibits you from still doing it in August, you bring your doctor's note and I'll revisit that. 1 day community service, I'll give you until May the 1st to complete that. That you can do that at any sedentary place. And the total here is $880. If you violate, your probation could be revoked. You could be incarcerated for 90 days. You have 21 days to appeal. You have 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer. Any questions? Mr. Gamber, anything else?
Nothing, Your Honor.
So when can he pay these? Do you want me to set him up on a payment plan?
Yes, please. I mean, until he gets a job and is able to get some income, I'm just gonna need a payment plan if that's possible.
Yeah, I'll do $200 a month. And we'll start that beginning on July the 1st. How's that?
July 1?
July 1. And if he doesn't have the money to pay at any point, all he has to do is call the court. We'll go on Zoom. I'll give him an extension. You'll meet with probation here. Anything else?
I'll be at this time, Your Honor.
Sure, anything else? Any questions? Best of luck to you. Luke Anthony, William Michael James. 23B726-981. Your name?
William Jacob.
All right, we're gonna call in Beth on this. You're charged with failure to submit to twice weekly chemical testing on January the 29th of 26. That is the charge. If you plead guilty, or if you are found guilty, this would be a first technical violation. You could get 5 days jail. Do you understand that? Did you sign, read, and understand the advice of rights?
Yes, sir.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights, and she can appear from there if she wants, John. You'll be giving up all those rights, and there will be no hearing. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. You have the right to a lawyer.
I got, Crawford. Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah.
All right, get Mr. Crawford in here.
Who's that?
Mr. Crawford. Name?
Elizabeth Osprey, Your Honor.
All right, your client is charged with failure to submit the twice weekly chemical testing on January 29th. How is he going to proceed?
Your Honor, my client would be guilty.
If you plead guilty, again, this is your first technical violation. You could get 5 days jail. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And did you sign, read, and understand the advice of rights?
Yes, sir.
If you plead guilty, you will be giving up all those rights, and we're not going to have a hearing of any kind. Understand that?
Yes, sir.
To the charge that you failed to submit the twice weekly chemical testing on January the 29th, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Did you fail to submit the testing on that day?
Say that again?
Did you fail to submit the testing on that day?
Yes.
Anybody force you to plead guilty? I'll accept the plea. What happened?
Your Honor, my client just blew it. He just missed the call, forgot to call, woke up early, gets up early, too long to work, I called him today, failed to call.
What day of the week was that?
It was a Thursday, and
Why'd you forget to call?
Well, he works 70+ hours a week. He was just getting out to work, gets up at 3:30. The place opens up at 4:30. He's on the stage. Just messed up this one time. He won't do it again.
You sure?
I'm positive. I'm positive. Tell when I look at and listen to him. A good judge of character.
Mr. James?
yeah, Mr. James is very compliant, Your Honor. I reviewed his file. I haven't been able to sit down with him yet since I took over supervision from Emily, but he's done with his work program, his community service, his sober link was spot on, VIP's done. He completed ARM. He indicated to me that he's completed with his outpatient. There wasn't a letter of verification of that in the file. I've already reached out to Anthony from Higuera to obtain that information. His money is paid. I do think this was a mistake on his part, a little lack of responsibility, but he is very compliant with his sobriety court term. And this should not affect his phase out at the end.
Right. I'll accept the plea. I'm going to sentence you to pay costs of $75, and you have to serve 6 hours of community service by March the 15th, okay? 6 hours community service by March the 15th, and you're all set. Stay straight, stay narrow. Don't miss again, okay? All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
You can do out, and you can come up here, Ms. Curtis. Your name? Nice and loud for me. You're charged with driving on a suspended and defective equipment. You have the right to an attorney. If you want one, I will give you one. Would you like a lawyer?
No.
I'll arraign you and then I'll send you to the prosecutor. I'm gonna need that one sentencing with Mr. Gamber. You're charged with that.
Curtis up here, Tashada Curtis.
What's
Is that
that?
who you- Is this Tashada Curtis? I'm sorry that you have at the podium.
Yeah.
She has 2 warrants that we're working on right now also.
All right.
And I believe it does look like though they are Judge Hessen, so I'm not sure if you just want to send her over there or when we're done with them. But just to give you a heads up.
All right, thank you. Ms. Curtis, you're charged with operating a motor vehicle on January 18 of 26 in the city of Trenton on Fortner West at 1:16 in the morning. They think you had defective equipment and a suspended license. That is a misdemeanor driving on a suspended, punishable by up to $500 in fines, 93 days jail costs, or all of those penalties. Do you understand that? Nice and loud.
Yeah.
Did you sign the advice of rights and read and understand the rights? If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights and we're not going to have a trial of any kind. You understand that? Yep. You still wish to waive your right to a lawyer? I'll enter a not guilty plea. You got to show up in court. Why? When was she scheduled for court that she failed to appear on?
October 12th of 2022.
Oh, geez, I don't want to rush you here. What are you doing?
Bail court, where?
Here, this place. You were supposed to be here in October of 22. Well, don't sound so aloof about it, okay? You're not endearing yourself to any judge when you pull that kind of nonsense. You're gonna be arraigned on those warrants next door. $500 personal bond. You're lucky you're getting a personal bond. You work? What are you acting like this for? Like I don't recall, like it's not a big deal. Like I forgot to pay my water bill that was $3.13. Young lady, don't play games. Judges don't like games. You want to play games? Go to the store, buy Scramble or Trouble or Monopoly or whatever else. Don't play games in here. You got it? Good. You'll go meet with the prosecutor. Either way, you'll come back in front of me and then you have to go next door to Judge Hessen. And she will arraign you on those charges when they cancel the warrants. Good luck. Zuko. Either way, you're coming back in front of me, young lady. Joseph William Zuko, 26G306819A. And B, your name? You're charged with driving while license expired. You're also charged with no proof of insurance, you have the right to a lawyer. Do you want one? It is alleged that on January 7 of 26 that you did operate a motor vehicle on Middle Gibraltar near Jefferson in Gibraltar at 9:25 p.m. They think you had an expired license. That is a misdemeanor. It is punishable by up to $100 fines, 90 days jail, costs are all those in 2 points. Do you understand that? You're also in court on a civil infraction charge of no proof of insurance. That's 0 points. Do you understand that? Did you sign, read, and understand the advice of rights? If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights. We're not going to have a trial of them. You understand that? All right. You still wish to waive your right to a lawyer? Enter a not guilty plea, $100 personal bond. You cannot leave the state without consent. You can't violate a law. You must appear in court as directed. Why weren't you here on January 29th?
I've been out there at court on Friday. I was on the 30th.
Did you show up on the 30th?
No, I called up, you
What'd you call up here on what day?
called on the 30th.
For what? Why'd you call if you thought you had court? Why don't you just come up here?
I couldn't get the day off work. I was gonna try to study. Told me that I had court on the 29th.
Go down, talk to the prosecutor, come back in. You have a seat right out in the hallway and they'll set you up. Good luck. Stevens Disposal, 260-647-612. Good morning, Mr. Osmond.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jeff Osmond on behalf of Stevens Disposal.
All right, so this could be a plea to overweight violation, agreed upon fines and costs of $400. And then you're going to also have the defective equipment will be dismissed, true?
Yes, sir.
You're authorized to enter that plea on behalf of the company?
Yes, Your Honor.
For the charge overweight, responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
Plea is accepted, fines cost $400, paid by March 12th. Defective equipment is dismissed. Have a good day, Mr. Osmond. Take care.
You too. You too.
Gile 5G 306737A.
Judge, may I approach again? I have.
Yes, absolutely.
License plates. Thank you.
All right. Okay, so your appearance, Mr. Zelnick?
We have, Mr. Hines, state your name clearly, please.
Secretary, thanks.
All right. Good morning. So he's charged with operating while intoxicated. He's charged with refused PBT. As I understand it, prosecutor is going to dismiss the OWI. He's going to plead to operating while impaired. He's going to plead to refuse PBT, and he's going to join the sobriety court, right?
Is that right, Mr. Hines?
Yes, sir.
You sure you want to do that? You want to understand everything about it?
100%.
All right. Okay.
To help I.
Good.
Judge,
Good.
he indicated when we spoke about 3 seconds before I crashed my car 2 weeks ago, Mr. Hines told me that had he gotten the addressing of his sobriety issues in his first offense, he would never be here today. This is a critical moment because it's a life changer. He's a young man working for a governmental entity. He's going to lose his commercial driver's license for life. He'll never get it back. So he's going into family medical leave to get medical care for sobriety and then try to find a job when he recovered.
Okay.
So
Well,
it's a big step for him.
all right. So you understand everything.
Yes, sir.
If you plead guilty to operating while impaired, these are the possible penalties: up to 300 fines, 93 days jail, 360 hours community service, court costs are all those. 4 points, license suspension or revocation in accordance with your record. And I will have to immobilize your vehicle here today. Do you understand that?
The car that you were operating at the time of the accident, the arrest, where's the car right now?
It's at my.
All right, there's no range with the court.
So I'll have to order a mobilization of that. Do you understand that?
Yes.
If you join sobriety court, though, 45 days after sentencing, you're entitled to a restricted license that would enable you to drive to and, but, so these will kind of run concurrent. It's better for you with us immobilizing it now rather than at the sentencing. It's always my practice to do it at the plea, but I'm just telling you that I'll give you the minimum of 90 days. And by the time we get around to sentencing, you will be about 5-6 weeks in, and then you'll have 45 days till you're eligible for a restricted. You understand all that?
Can you explain it a minute?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. I have to order that you put a club on the steering wheel. A company's going to come out and they're going to put a club on your steering wheel. And I'm going to give you 7 days to complete that process. I will then sentence you because we're going to put you through a bond phase and you're going to be paying for a lot of things right now at your own expense, like testing, SoberLink device, anything that carries any kind of fee with it, we're gonna pick up at the time of the sentence. So we'll pay for your SoberLink, we'll pay for your testing, so long as you test every time and you test negative every time. But it's really an arduous process. You're gonna be going to testing 3 times a week. You're gonna have to meet with me every other week, probation on the other weeks that you don't meet with me. You're gonna be going to treatment, you're gonna be going to AA. Lot involved. You're gonna have to go to an ARM program. You're gonna be living here in a lot of ways. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir. And I'm already, I already went to the guidance center and I'm seeking treatment there.
All right, let me take the plea first. I'm getting way ahead of myself. You did sign and read and understand the advice of rights, correct?
Yes, sir.
To the charge operating while visibly impaired, how do you plead?
Guilty.
On November 23 at 25 at 12:44 in the morning, were you operating a motor vehicle in Gibraltar near Meadowlark in Gibraltar?
Yes.
Did you drink alcohol prior to that? And if so, what did you drink and how much?
Yes, sir. I was drinking beer and I had about 4 or 5 beers.
Okay, and why were you pulled over by the police? Do you know?
They told me I was smoking.
You think you were swerving?
I know I was smoking because the vehicle in front of me smoked.
All right, but do you think you were swerving? Let me put it this way, at least in part because of your alcohol consumption.
Yes, sir.
Did he take a intoxilizer or a blood?
That's a blood product.
And what were the results of that?
No, it wasn't a blood draw, it was intoxic.
Yeah.
Would you remember the results? I gotta get my file over if you said.
I want to say 0.14.
That's right, 14.
All right, you stipulate that that was an accurate reading for purposes of the plea, Mr. Zolnick? And are you on probation or parole, sir?
Yes, sir.
We actually have a 0.150 and a 0.157. And you stipulate that was accurate? Sir, anybody force you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
All right, and to the charge of key refusal, you plead responsible or not responsible?
Responsible.
Okay, I'll accept the plea to operating while impaired. I'll accept the plea to PBT refusal. I'll dismiss the OWI, refer you for screening and assessment. You're gonna follow all their bond conditions. We're gonna give you a sentence date probably around the 3rd week of March, Heather. And so we'll put you through the bond phase. Hopefully you get through that with swimming colors and we can go ahead and accept you into the program.
Thank you, sir.
Your Honor, Mr. Hines asked the family, your mother and father, if there are any explanatory or cognitive issues that need to be addressed, they'll be here with them.
Okay.
That'll
Heather,
be
yeah,
March 18th, the judge at
Okay.
8:30.
Very well.
At 8:30, March 18th at 8:30.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, sir, I wish you well. Go down the hall, get your notice, go meet with probation, make sure everything's in order, all right?
Okay.
Have a good day. Thanks, Mr.
In this courtroom moment, Judge showed exactly what true leadership and integrity look like. When the defendant tried to present an unbelievable explanation, the judge remained firm, professional, and focused on the truth. His powerful words reminded everyone that a courtroom is a place of honesty, respect, and accountability, not excuses or stories. By standing up for the dignity of the judiciary, the judge demonstrated fairness and strength, while ensuring justice remained the top priority. Moments like this earn public trust in the legal system and prove why strong judges are essential for maintaining respect, order, and confidence in the courts.
Summer Lori Greathouse,
I just have to grab her information.
Go ahead.
From a bond violation. Joe.
Purdy. Mark Daniel Purdy. Who's your lawyer? Q6T645104. All right, your name?
Richard Podium.
Mark, are you?
All right. You pled guilty under section 771.1 to the charge of firearm transportation, improper firearm transportation. I read your statement that you gave the probation. We've given you a copy of the pre-sentence report. Have you had a chance to review that report? And are there any material additions, corrections, or deletions?
I didn't review it. I didn't receive it.
Okay, we set that She sent it to you on March the 5th or February the 5th.
February 5th? Was it an email or?
Yes, John, give him my copy of the report unless you have another copy. Here, you sit down there and you read this and we'll go from there, okay? And then once you're done, you tell my court officer and I'll recall it. Okay, are you ready on that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna need the file too, John. Heather, I'm gonna need that file back on that,
What's the name of
I
it?
have it.
okay.
Should I keep it or give it back?
You can give it to my court officer. Mark Daniel Purdy, 26T 645 104. Your name?
Mark.
All right, so you pled to illegal transportation of a firearm. I read this. I think it was an honest mistake. You had a CPL, but it expired how much? Well, before we go on, I need to tell you, you have the right to a lawyer.
Yeah.
Even though you waived it before, you still have the right to one, and if you want one, I'll give you one. Do you want a lawyer? Did you review this pre-sentence report?
Yeah,
Is everything in the report accurate?
yes,
Okay, so there's nothing in here that you need to tell me different, right?
no,
Okay. What would you like to tell me?
about,
How long did the CPL expire before you?
I had just redid the course and I have the certificate. I just hadn't took it to the sheriff's, the sheriff's office, do the background check and all that stuff again. I just didn't do it and then it lapsed, so it's only good for I don't know, 2 years or whatever it is. I just forgot to take it down there, but I usually don't carry my guns on me anyways, even when I have.
I know, you were taking it over to your brothers.
Yes,
Is that all true, what you wrote in the statement?
yes.
You were taking them there because you were gonna be out of town for a couple of weeks?
I was leaving out of town, yes.
And your
yes,
kids,
safe.
you had kids at home?
Yes, I have a safe that I use at his house. He has a big safe, gun safe. That's where my guns go if I'm out of town or
All right.
work or anything.
Anything else you wanna say?
No,
Is there any reason why you need to undergo a psychiatric evaluation?
no,
Have you ever undergone that before?
no.
6 months probation. You cannot leave the state without the consent of the court or violate any law or ordinance. If you change your address, place of employment, or home telephone number, you must notify probation. You have to report as directed. I am taking this under section 771.1, so if you're compliant, I'll dismiss. You're to attend a handgun safety prevention program. You're going to serve 2 days of community service. Your community service in this case has to be done no later than April the 1st. I'm going to give you a review hearing date. You have to attend a handgun safety program and do community service of 16 hours by April 1st. Fines are 100, costs 100, 75 victims' rights, $50 justice assessment, 60 screening fee. Your total there amounts to 385, and you have probation fees of 120 for 505. You stay out of trouble, you pay your fines, do your community service, attend that program. I'll give you a review hearing date. Be glad to dismiss the case. I think it was an honest mistake here. I'll give you a review hearing date in 6 months. You are eligible for early discharge after half the time. So if you do everything, you can get a hold of the prosecutor and you can say, hey, do you mind moving to dismiss this after 3 months? Okay, that's their bailiwick. I mean, you're entitled to early discharge, but when it's under a statute, they're very, very, very likely to sign off on it. So Heather, why don't you give me a date in late July or whatever, very early August?
We can do August 6th.
August 6th at 8:30. Sir, and can you pay all this today or do you need time?
What was everything in total?
505.
505. Yeah, I can pay it.
Okay, you pay that now, you'll meet with probation and you're all set. First, go down and get your notice and make your payment. Best of luck. Thank you.
Does this go with this?
Yes. Let me do your bond violation and then we'll get prosecutor in there. Summer Lori Greathouse, 25F 245 336.
Judge.
Your name?
Elizabeth Ross, probationary.
Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear affirm under penalties of perjury that the testimony you'll give in these proceedings will be the whole true self you got.
I do, Your Honor. I just passed up to you, because there are numerous, violations, numerous positive blows on sober link, so I just, that way, you have that in writing.
This is the one with the fourth offense.
That is correct, Your Honor.
And are you adopting this? You've got a document that says, and I can read them real quick. She was positive for alcohol in the sober link on February 8 at 7:27 p.m. She was positive and with these numbers corresponding on this document.
Correct, Your Honor.
February 9th at 11 a.m., 11:17, 11:34, 11:53 a.m., 3:26, 3:44, 7:22, 7:40, 7:57, 11:22, 11:39 p.m. Also on February 10 at 11:27 and 11:44 a.m. Also on February 10 at 3:27, 3:44, 4:02, 4:19, 4:37, 7:29, and 11:18 p.m. And then again on February 11 at 11:25, 11:43, 12:02, 7:11, and 11 p.m. She failed the blow, right?
That is correct, Your Honor.
This is the document you prepared?
That is correct.
Sign it, will you, for me, please? I'm gonna find that there's been a violation of defendant's, defendant has violated bond conditions. I want you to go into Mr. Longton's office. I want you to tell him I'd like him and his client to appear here if he's available this ASAP this morning,
Yes, Your Honor, in person?
in person. I'm issuing a bench warrant, revoking the release, forfeiting her bond, and issuing a bench warrant pending a hearing. The bench warrant will be in the amount of 10,000, 10%. Boy, this is not good. Thank you.
Thank you.
So call him and see when he can come in.
I will, Your
Get the prosecutor, if you would, counsel. I'm gonna take this one. Susowitz, Brian Susowitz.
Yeah.
This is 25F243700. Does he really want to do this under is this under 771?
I don't believe so.
He just put it under that.
If he did, that's fine with me.
I mean, the guy just was in jail for 93 days. I mean, it's a noise violation. I mean, if you think you want, I would just give him fines and costs. He's got a heck of a record. If he was gonna go to become a priest or something, I would, you know what I mean?
Yes.
He just wrote it in this line that he usually checks a box for statute. He didn't do that. Noise violation.
That's what he proposed to me, that he had to plead guilty as charged. And,
But, recommend fines and costs.
recommend fines and costs.
I'm fine with that.
Sir?
But we're not gonna fool around with 771, right?
No, I wasn't even aware of that.
Okay, good enough. So do you understand? State your name. Do you understand what your lawyer just said? So first of all, I guess I gotta have him, he's gonna stay in mute, wait formal reading for arraignment purposes.
He will, Your Honor.
And then he's going to plead guilty to a noise violation with the prosecutor recommending fines and costs only, right?
Yes.
Is that what you want to do? That is punishable by up to 500 fines, 90 days jail, costs or all those. Do you understand that? And did you sign, read, and understand the advice of rights? If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights. There will be no hearing or trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
To the charge of noise violation, how do you plead? Were you at Walnut Creek Drive, 28227 Walnut Creek Drive, Flat Rock, April 4, 25 at 3:54 in the morning? Were you yelling? Were you yelling racial slurs?
I might have, I was John.
Why would you be yelling racial slurs? I'm sorry?
Not sure.
I hate that. I always think when somebody, is making slurs about anybody, they must be emperor of the planet or something. You know what I mean? Like, who are they? I hate that.
Unfortunately, alcohol can fuel a lot.
Yeah, I know,
Discussed
but we don't usually say things unless we feel like them, whether we're drunk or not. That's my issue with it. All right, I'll accept the plea. I'll go along with this fines and costs, but you're gonna pay some fines and costs. Anything?
Yes, Your Honor, it is working, but he does have some obligation, Your Honor. He has a family that he supports and some other bills that, So this is not a violent offense, fortunately.
I know.
So I'm asking for a minimal amount of fine.
I just don't like these. I just don't understand it. Anything you want to say?
I was in a bad state of mind. Wasn't living how I was supposed to live. There's not an excuse. I understand that. But
Your record is horrible.
I know I'm trying to turn it around. I got a daughter now. I got another place.
I just don't, there's no place for racism in our society. Some people think it's cute. I find it disgusting. 200 fines, 225 costs, 75 victims' rights, $50 justice assessment, 550 or 90 days. I'll let you pay this at the rate of 50 per week. And you can start to pay this beginning on February the 27th. If you need more time, you come talk to me. Don't be doing that. Good luck. You said you have which one?
Ms. Wilson.
Tina Wilson. Tina Marie Wilson, 25G, 82771A and B. You can have a seat there if you'd like, ma'am. Is that a cup of water or what is that?
Like this.
Well, I don't want you to vomit.
Me either.
Geez, oh Pete, relax. Take a deep breath and sit down.
Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Corey Westmoreland appearing on behalf of Ms. Wilson.
Now I know why you think you might vomit. You haven't been here in 6 months. How come?
I'm very sick.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. Okay, so you pre-tried this, right?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Let me just figure out what we've got. We got an abandoned vehicle charge. What is this? It was property maintenance, abandoned vehicle on street. Okay. So she owes on that and she's going to plead to the civil infraction of loitering, right?
That's correct.
All right. So she's going to plead to loitering. They're going to dismiss the original charge on file A, and then she's going to plead. She's got the default judgment on the other case, right?
Correct, Judge.
Ma'am, you want to plead the loitering? Your lawyer did a good job for you. You want to plead the loitering? It's a civil infraction. You can't go to the charge of loitering, responsible or not responsible.
Responsible.
$150. Property maintenance charge is dismissed. So you owe $150 plus you owe the 213, I believe I saw, right?
I believe that was it, Judge. I'm looking real quick to double check it on that.
I thought I saw 213.
It is 213.
So you owe $363. Can you pay all this?
She's able to pay 100 today, and she would need a payment plan. Due to her health, she's unable to work, so she's.
Are you on, she on disability?
No, she needs to be. Absolutely.
I signed up for it. It's in process.
Okay, all right. All right, so on the loitering charge, let's do the abandoned vehicle. Who's this with you?
My name.
Her next door neighbor said help.
Well, that's nice. We all need good neighbors like that.
Yes.
All right. Is there a way you can come up with a little more, like $40 more on top of the 100? You pay one, he's shaking his head, yes. Do you want to confirm that with him?
He owes my money for me.
You pay $140 today on the abandoned vehicle and I'll waive the balance on that, okay?
Thank you.
And you'll still owe $150 and I'm just going to give you on the civil infraction charge, I'll just give you until April 1st to pay that. Can you do that?
Sure.
They'll make it.
And if you can't pay by then, you call the court, we'll go on Zoom, I'll give you an extension. Just don't ignore me. I wish you well. You're fine. See, it wasn't so bad. You didn't throw up or anything. Good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck. All right. Tashana Rochelle Curtis, 260-647-504A and B. Your name, ma'am?
Sean Paris.
All right, nice and loud. You're going to plead to no operator's license on person, right? They're going to dismiss the driving on a suspended, true? If you do that, the possible penalties are up to 100 fines, 90 days jail, costs, or all those. Do you understand that? And again, did you sign, read, and understand the advice of rights? If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights, and we're not going to have a trial or a hearing. Do you understand that? You have the right to a lawyer. Do you still wish to waive your right to a lawyer? Just keep your voice up for me, okay? To the charge, no valid operator's license on person. How do you plead?
Guilty.
Were you operating a motor vehicle January 18 of 26 in the city of Trenton, county of Wayne on Fortin or West at 1:16 in the morning? Did you have a valid license on your person? Are you on probation or parole?
No.
Anybody forced you to plead guilty?
No.
Please accept it. The no ops, the suspend is dismissed. I'm ready to sentence you. You ready? Anything you'd like to say? You got to stop doing it. And then you don't show up and you go out and got another one apparently. 100 fines, 70 costs, 75 victims' rights, $50 justice assessment, $295 or 60 days. You can go down the hall and pay that, okay? And you have that to pay, correct?
Yes.
All right. And by the way, did he address the defective equipment? Oh, and I'm also dismissing the defective equipment too. So you can go down the hall, pay your $295, and then go in front of Judge Hessen, okay? Good luck. All right.